Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Gorgonoth, and on the Zelflash channel today, I'm doing a bit of a power ranking for the PATL, and actually it is the end of week 6, going into week 7, so 6 weeks have already passed, and I'm going to do a little explanation here, and in the future when I do broadcasts, people always ask me what the PATL is. I'm going to refer them to this video, so I get it out of the water, don't have to reintroduce it every time. So the PATL is just a team league that a bunch of teams, Brood War in North America and South America, Central America as well, got together, formed by Sonic Reaver, and has a $300 prize pool, I believe, and is basically trying to reinvigorate the foreign Brood War scene, and it's been doing a great job. Already had 6 weeks, and we're starting to see separation in teams that are looking to make the playoffs and teams that probably will miss out. It is a total of 14 teams, I believe, 14, 16, something like that. There are a couple teams that have dropped out. And I'm going to go week by week, just show you guys what happened, and also the weeks ahead, what I expect to happen and who I expect to make the playoffs. Okay, so pull up that thing here. So for week 1, a lot of 3-0s and walkovers. DM Fire 3-0'd Cute Small, not a surprise. Cute Small actually, yeah, Cute Small did not do very good. SKA 3-0'd SCCB. Expected. Cute Sniper, a lot of good players on their team, and I'll be talking more about them in a minute. Soul Gaming also 3-0'd SECC team. SEC has 3 teams, so B and A C teams, we're not expected to do super well. Maybe a little higher expectations for B team. Aces beat Naz B. Naz has some good players. They've struggled a little bit. Dragon, Laser Snipe, you can see. Shamtu's done all right, but they've been struggling this year, this season. EMG 3-0'd SOS, kind of a noobish team. They dropped out shortly after EMG crushed them, and I believe that was it. Yeah, I did cast that, so you can go check that out. Vex was a walkover. Lord Clan also dropped out. They're no longer in, and Vex, not really a display of their talent. CSG 3-0'd SKB team. CSG, kind of a mixed bag with them. They played a couple weeks ago SKA team, and they were like ranked 1, I think, and they had connection issues, so they were only able to play 1 game, which was a bummer because looking forward to seeing if they could take a couple maps off of SKA team since they did 3-0 SKB. CSG definitely not out of the woods yet. They're not qualified right now. WCE walked over CR. Actually, forget who they are. I think they dropped out soon too. NASA. Dragon actually lost to DM Peacemaker. Dragon, but brought it back for the ace match. Dragon, very good record. Done very well. And it was a close game, closest match of the week 1. And then SEC A team did beat X17. X17's had some good players. Had a lot of trouble submitting lineups, getting unified there, but definitely a couple good showings. SEC A team, definitely a top tier team. They've got Fost, TY2, Gypsy. Lumire's also pretty good too. Got some really good teams, and they do have the 3 feeder teams. That does help them quite a bit. NASB. Moving on to week 2. NASB 3-0'd, couple disqualifications there. DMI's 3-0'd SKB. SKB not doing too well. SKA only beat WCE 3-2. WCE looked good in this match. I cast this, I believe. Blue Storm. Kawaii Rice versus Cute. Yes, I did cast this. I remember that. Very good series by Kawaii Rice. Kawaii Rice definitely one of their best players. CSG 3-0'd Cute Small. And went up to week 1. Seoul beat NASA by 1 map. EMG 3-1 X17. Vex 3-0 SOS. SOS, I think at this point, maybe next week, they did drop out. And SECA team beat DM Fire. So SECA team at this point starting to rack up quite a few wins. Aces beat the B team. All right, week 3. I'm going to move a little faster now. SKA 3-1 NASA, SECA 3-1 NASB, WCE 3-1 EMG, disqualification 3-0 Vex. Soul's much higher caliber than Vex. And DM Ice clans, both the DM clans were looking very good at this time. Still look good, definitely fire. Both the C team, Aces got a bye, Lord No Show, CSG got another 3-0, and X17 3-0 Cute Small, putting them back in it at that point, and 3-0 by the DM clan. And this was the big match, EMG versus SKA. SKA only won it 2-3. Castle won the first game and lost the second, but Castle, one of their best players, is PVT is very good. Also, his PVT is good. He did lose that, but Ago is a very good player. And they won the 2v2, and then they did lose. Ago and Cute came back to win the next 2 sets. But it was close, and that was one of the first chinks that SK had shown. And SKB team finally got a win. Seoul 3-0, SCCA narrowly squeaked out a win against Naz. I'm going to call them Naz. DM Fire 3-0 DM Ice. A little bit of a inter-clan rivalry there. CSG 3-0 Vex. And CSG 3-0 Vex. And 1 second here. They did get a 3-0. So then that's for the first 4 weeks. So then we show week 5 here. Check, make sure everything's working fine. Yep, okay. Week 5. Alright, so we've only had week 5 out of this week set here, and SKA only 1-0'd CSG. SCCA team 3-0'd Vex. Yeah, CSG had connection issues. SK only got 1 point. DM Ice Clan did win against the B team for SEC. WC got a 3-0 win. DM Fire got a 3-0 win. NASB got a 3-0 win. And EMG beat NAS. And week 6 matches. Let me find that real quick. It was announced. Let's check here. They were not updated. I thought they were updated, but I need to find it. He posted a recap. Okay. Seoul SKA got 3-0. SCCA team did lose to SKA team 3-0. And CSG also lost against Seoul, and Vex also lost to. Let me check this here. Standings. Yeah, CSG lost again, which is pretty surprising. Seoul. Okay. Yeah, EMG won. Vex lost. CSG lost. Seoul and SKA retained their top spot. SCCA really got. They dropped to 5th, and they're in the SKA. They lost SKA. Best teams. So at this point, and the week 6 rankings should be up soon. Matches should be up soon. And now I'm going to show you the week 7 lineups. First, I'm going to show you the standings. Team standings. And okay. So the first team is Seoul. So Seoul's got a 6-0 win. They look very good. They look very good. SKA, of course, in his number 2 position, DM Fire in number 3, and WCE in number 4. Both of these clans are pretty good. It's only a 4-point differential in this, so it's still pretty close, still very close. And some of these teams, I'd say mid pack. I'd say um, teams that definitely won't be making it are going to be pretty much um, 10 on down. NAS, SKB, Vex, X17, SECC, SECB are all going to be pretty much, they have a pretty low differential. They would have to win, even if they got 3-0s their next, all their matches, they probably would not make it. I mean, there'd be a very slim chance. Maybe NAS would be the only slim chance. DMI still could have an outside chance. They have to pretty much 3-0 most of the rest of their matches, I think, if they would want to win. NAS, a little better of a chance. East EMG, I'm not sure. This might be a bug because they should be flipped around. NAS should be number 7. Yeah, but SECA and CSG definitely still. CSG was at the top of the rankings for a very long time, and they've kind of been on a downward spiral. But they are still at still have 8 points, and they still have 7 points for SECA. SECA still has 7 points. So these teams definitely can get in. For instance, if WCE loses and they win with a +2 map score, they could definitely get in. It definitely would have a shot at getting in. Any teams are locks? I don't think any at this point. We still have, well, the 7th week, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you got 6 more weeks, of course. And any of these teams, if they do go on a hard downward spiral, could be knocked out. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Seoul and SKA, I would say, are pretty much locks. They have a relatively easy rest of the schedule. Well, actually, it's not determined, but the teams they've played some of the better teams already. At least SKA has. So that definitely seems to cement their possibilities going into playoff. In the playoffs, be in the top 4. Fire and WCE, well, they're only a point apart, but definitely WCE really needs to start playing better if they want to keep that spot. CSG and SCCA are really going to try hard, especially EMG. They really are going to try hard to get in one of those 3rd or 4th spots. It's going to be a very interesting couple weeks. So we've got the next couple weeks up. So week 7 that happened. So okay, week 7. I'm gonna pull that in here to the view. Here we go. Week 7 lineups. So we've got SKA versus DM Fire, WC versus NAS, SECA versus CSG, Seoul versus SCCB, Vex versus DM Ice, X17 versus SCCC, NASB, NASB versus EMG, and SKB gets a bye, and they get automatic 3 points. So all teams get automatic 3 points on their bye. So when I look at this, for the first match, let's just break it down. So SKA versus DM Fire. Both these teams are in the lineup, are actually 2nd and 3rd place. So last time SKA played a CCA when they were 2nd and 3rd, and they won convincingly, and they're gonna play DM Fire. And the lineup is Terror versus Q80, Q8D, Cute versus Spider, Troy and Isak Sobad versus Anyone and Zenoski, and Thunder versus Junior, BT, and Ace Match. Looking at that, I think Terror, Cute, not sure about Thunder. Terror and Cute definitely seem like they should get the wins there. Gonna be interesting. I'm gonna try to cast that, but this is gonna be definitely another challenging match for SKA. DM Fire is gonna really want to win this to stay in the top 4. And for the next WC versus NASA, WC of course in the top 4 spot, and NASA is way down there, number 10. So this is a important match for WCE. NAS, they're maybe hoping for an outside chance at a 4th spot, but it's not looking like that. So I say WC probably is going to be motivated a lot more here to hold on to that 4th spot. They really need to try to get at least a 1 match point out of this. I meant 2 match points out of this. Get 1, they could probably still get overtaken. SCCA versus CSG, another 5th and 6th match here. So yeah, this is both these teams. I expect this to be a good match because both these teams are really vying for those last spots. Seoul versus SECB should be a crush for Seoul. An easy match for them. Vex versus DM Ice. Kind of a mid-pack game. DM Ice definitely has a lot more chance at maybe making it. They get a 3-0, then a couple of these teams do poorly. We could be looking at maybe a move up to maybe 7th or 6th position for them. X17 versus SEC. And a bottom tier match of 13-14 should be a crush for them. Well, actually, X17, I've just seen a lot better play out of them. I'm still shocked that they're -7. A lot of this -7 is from failure to submit lineups several weeks. So I don't really think that they're going to. I think X17 should win handily. A lot of those losses are not genuine losses. NASB versus EMG, and SKB get to bye. So NASB versus EMG. EMG in 7th position. I think it should be 8th. I think the points got screwed up there a little bit. Versus NASB. Funny, the B team is actually better than the A team at this point. Yeah, pivotal match for EMG, both of these teams. I keep saying it, but for pretty much, I'd say, I'll pull up the rankings again. For pretty much the teams who are 5 and, oops. Alright, for pretty much the teams who are like 5 down to 10, if they want any shot, they need to start winning, and they need to start winning their games convincingly. Not a 1-point map score win. They need to start getting 3-0s if they want to get back into it, obviously. And yeah, those. No, sorry. All right, there we go. Just back to the lineups. And okay, so hope you're enjoying this, everybody. This is gonna be put up on YouTube. It's the main reason why I'm streaming it. I'm not streaming because I'm expecting to get a lot of people. I didn't really advertise this, but yeah, just kind of doing my thoughts on what the PATL is in the future of it. Be a little boring. Week 8. This is the last match that we have. So the players are not announced for this, and it's gonna be SKA versus Seoul. Okay, this is a huge match. The top the top two teams are going to be playing, assuming that they are both they are both top two in this match. It's possible they could be SK. They will definitely both be in the playoffs. But the question is, who's going to win? I mean, I like SKA. Seoul's also very good. I'm not sure which of them has gotten more wins by walkovers, but they're definitely both good teams. SKB, this is a bottom tier match. SKB is just these teams not going anywhere. EMG also playing Vex. Gonna be important for EMG. Win this. They are better than Vex in my opinion, and they should win that. And CSG versus WCE, and it's gonna be hard to tell where they're gonna be at. CSG right now they are 4th and 5th. They could drop down a couple matches. It's possible. Yeah, they could drop down, but we'll see. And SCCB versus NASB. Yeah, this actually, the bracket system of this, the matchup system is Swiss, double Swiss format, whatever it's called. And so basically the teams play, the team above it or below it, depending on what it is. So, 1 and 2 play, 3 and 4 play, 5 and 6 play, 7 and 8 play. Mostly, I believe. Unless teams get a bye, then it's kind of weird. But DM Ice playing SCCA. So that wasn't quite right. Yeah, I thought they were doing that. Maybe they aren't. I actually forget. DM Fire versus, it just seems like that happens a lot. DM Fire versus NASA. Yeah, that's definitely not a one-on-one matchup. Gonna be number 2 versus number 10. So let's go back to the other page. Okay. Close that. Go. So who do I expect to win? I mean, who do I expect to be in the playoffs? I would say that SKA, I've already talked about this a little bit. The underlying story of this season, I think, is can somebody beat SKA in the playoffs? Is the question. And it depends. Seoul has some good players, but let's look at the player standings also for a minute. TY2, Terror is up there. TY2 is for SECC, and he is just absolutely a beast. He is 6-0, and that's one of the reasons why they lost to SKA is because he was not able to show up. And Terror for SKA is good. Vulture was good. That's one of the reasons why I think X17's really, really bad match score is really mainly due to walkovers. Walkovers and failure to submit lineups on time. Wire Ice, WC, they've got some good players. WC, if I have to pick a team, because each team is going to want to put their absolute best players out there, they're going to play SKA. Man. SCCA probably could challenge them simply because they pretty much get a free win with TY2. He's just leagues above them. But then other than that, they've got some good players. They've got Faust. They've got Gypsy. 2-0, I believe, yeah. He's 2-0, and teams. I'm trying to see the roster of SCCA. Oh, you can't see that. Okay. You can't see player standings. Yeah, SCCA could do it. WCE also looks good. They've got 2 players up there in the rankings. They've got, I believe, two 4-0 players. So yeah, it's gonna be who can challenge SKA and possibly Seoul. So this next week, I'm gonna be trying to cast week 7. Try to cast DM Fire SKA. Hopefully should be fun. We'll see. SCCA versus CSG should be fun too. But this is just a little power rankings for my version of it. I would say, as far as teams that I think are better than the rankings reflect, it would definitely have to be, for me, I would definitely say that teams that are better than the stats reflect, I would say, is X17's a lot better than the stats reflect. SCCA also a little bit better than the stats reflect. They lost their key player last week. They didn't lose him, but he didn't show up. They lost him, so, that was a little bit of a tilted match. EMG as well had some weird substitutions in a couple matches. I'd say they're underrated a little bit. Any overrated teams? Let me look through the week, see if any team got a lot of walkovers. WCE. Yeah, they lost SKA. I mean, WCE could challenge SKA. And I don't know right now if I think any teams are overrated, inflated. DM Fire could be a little bit. They've gotten a couple walkovers, but they definitely seem good. And CSG was inflated last week. They got a lot of walkovers, but they never really got to fully play their match against SK, which is a bummer. Well, anyways, that's my power rankings for week 6. Hope it wasn't too boring. Just gonna put that out there. Also, this is kind of a reference of what the PATL is like and what teams are in it. So hope you guys enjoyed it.